Hi, I'm Rochelle with Godiva's Secret Wigs. And for those of you that know me, you might be able to tell I got a haircut. And I made the mistake of saying, oh, trim me a little bit, and it's a little too short for me. But the bonus is I'm going to trim my wavy top to match my shorter hair. So I thought you might like to see what I do. So let's get started. And I'm just pretending, I am in front of the mirror and I'm doing this. So first of all, my bangs do not resemble any part of this beautiful wave or the smoothness of the top of our wavy top. And we make our wavy top smooth because it's most important to make the illusion work. So if you just have to blow out the front or flat iron it, that's what I suggest. So that's just what I'm gonna do. I am going to smooth this little area out, and I'm gonna take this little part right here too. It's pretty frizzy. And I'm just gonna use my flat iron and smooth this out a little bit. Most important is that it just looks natural. Let me do that just a little bit more. I don't like to make my flat iron too hot because I want to keep all the precious hairs I've got. But see, that just smoothed it out a little bit. I know the illusion is going to work better. And it makes sense that sometimes, and I used to, wear and blow dry the front of my hair smoother, and then the rest is really curly. So I know that's going to make the illusion work better. So I'm going to show you the difference now. I didn't think about my pieces, so I'm going to hide this little area right here. My hair's kind of frizzy and stuff. I'm going to trim the piece first and then show you how I have it all make sense and then put it back on. So for those of you that are watching me for the first time with a top piece, there's little metal clips, 1, 2, 3, 4. I open and close them. And we have rubber grippers on our top piece, on our top pieces with our metal clips. So when you lock it in place, it's staying without damaging your hair. So you can see right here, there's where I started. So I am placing those combs. See, I pull them out and just lock it right in place. And the piece is on. So first, before I do any trimming, it's very important to make sure that the bangs and around my face, that I know that's where I want it. So I'm gonna play a little bit, and actually I'm gonna take it a little lower because it's looking a little too far from my bangs. And I want to pull a few of those pieces in so it's really close to my hairline. Here's my hairline, here's the piece. But I have just this little part of my bangs out. So now let's play. See if it makes sense. Yeah, I like that. I can play with that. And you can see now where the piece is too long. It's not too much, but it really won't look natural. And look at the back, you can see those pieces are just too long. So don't be afraid, because whenever you're trimming, you start slowly and then you do more as you need. So for me, once I have the front where I like it, and I feel good with that, now the two pieces, the two clips in the back. So here's the piece, here are the two clips. I'm opening them and I'm locking them right against my scalp to lock it in place. Okay, so this is on. It is solid. I don't care if it's windy out, whatever. I'm in good shape with this. So here are the pieces. And where do I want the pieces? Do I want it more in the back, or do I want to bring some of these in front? If I want to bring them in front, I'm going to trim them and have them where I'm planning to wear them. I'm not a hairdresser. I'm sure hairdressers would do it differently. But just as a girl that's been cutting pieces and wigs for 40 years, I do what works. It's more of a visual cut to me. I want it to look natural. So I see a few pieces right here, and I'm just going to start at the bottom. Just pull a little piece at a time. I don't just do a big cut right across. So I'm doing a few pieces, and I'm just going like this. I have to make this sound. Danielle doesn't even know I'm doing this. She doesn't even know I got my hair cut, so she's going to be pretty surprised when she sees this video. So you can see it's still a little too long, and even though I'm letting my hair grow, I want it to work for now, and this may happen again, so I'd rather have a shorter wavier top and a longer wavier top. And I can make those pieces a little longer than my hair, but I don't want to, and I might even layer them up a little bit. So for me, it's taking a little bit and just a little visual cut, making sure I'm not cutting my hair because I would flip. So I'm pulling, I know which is my hair, and you could, once you've determined how short you're gonna go, you could then pull your hair back and trim the piece so you for sure don't trim any of your hair. So I want you to see a little more here. It's starting to make more sense. The bangs I never trimmed, but you know what? Let's see if I want to, just to show you. Let me see. So here is my hair. I kind of jump around when I'm cutting. Here's the piece, here's my hair. So let's see if they're the same length. They really are. But if I were to trim it a little bit, again, I'm just going to go really easily. And when I'm trimming on myself, I'm doing little cuts at a time. But I think honestly, I don't want to trim that top too much. Not even for you. So we're doing better here. Some of my hair is layered. Like, so this is the piece. Here's my hair. It's layered. So I'm going to take some of the pieces from the top on this side and start to just layer it out a little bit. I'm going to separate it, leaving the top for the shortest. And again, you know, if you're scared and you don't want to do this, take it to a hairdresser. There's no need for you to be nervous about this. For me, I just cut it. I know that most people are so busy looking at themselves, they really are not thinking about my hair. So that fear is not there for me. So I just keep playing and get the visual. So now I'm seeing right here, this little baby's got to go. Cut little pieces at a time. And just play with it until I'm happy. And then what I'm going to do is take the piece off for the back and measure it and just trim it probably on my little friend back here and go from there. Or I can just lay it down flat and do some trimming. So it's just taking it piece by piece. You got to trust yourselves. You know, scared, okay, I get it, but just try it anyway. Try a little bit. Okay, I don't like it behind my ears, but see, that's how I get somewhere, is just by trying. So I still would like to flat iron this little guy a little bit more. I've got to go a little deeper. a little lower in. I'm never ever touching any of our wigs or pieces with a flat iron. No, no, no. So just my hair. But now I'm getting somewhere. I'm liking it a little bit better. And okay, I don't like this little guy. So it's all visual to me, but I've learned to trust what I think and just go with it. And what have I got to lose? So I'm going to take this a little bit shorter still. I love to cut my pieces. Anyway, so there we are so far, and I'm going to fix it up and then put it back on, and I'll be back in a minute, okay? So I don't want you to miss how I'm going to work on the back right now. I have cut the sides, but I want you to see, and you might think I'm crazy, but I just do a visual cut because everybody's walking around with crazy hair, and this is going to match my hair great. So my hair is layered, and to me, these pieces here are too long. So I am just taking a little bit and I am trimming. Just a little bit at a time and layering it out. I don't want this whole long piece here. So I'm taking a little bit and kind of just razoring down. If I had somebody's head right now, I would use their head to do a little better job, but I feel fine with this. And you can see here are the points that I cut, and so this has all got to go. So I am just taking a little bit at a time and pulling down and closing my scissors at the same time. So you may be horrified by what I'm doing right now, but hey, it's all in the name of sharing. So I'm still a little bit long. I'm just going to trim up a little bit. It's like me looking at this hair and saying, okay, does this look natural? And then just deciding. So I'm not cutting across, I'm not cutting a whole bunch, but I'm taking more little pieces at a time. You can see this guy is, oh, okay, guess I already cut that little guy. And then I'm going to just clean up the little hairs on the bottom. Still want these a little more layered looking. Go with this little guy. Just thinning it out a little bit because, you know, especially for those of you that need that extra hair, that want it, it's important not to take too much. But I like it to look layered instead of, to me, what starts to look wiggy is when you're wearing a layered piece and everything's all the same length. I don't go for that for myself because my hair is normally layered. So I'm going to pull all this down, and I have a few extra straggly hairs. I know I'm cutting pretty unorthodox right now, but the main thing I want to show you too is not to be afraid. And you can keep trying it on and see what you like, what you don't like. So I think I've got it. I want to make sure that I'm holding this even, because if I'm crooked, then I am trimming crooked. Not a good idea. So straight up, I still have a few straggly hairs. And I don't want to cut my hair shorter than this, so I'm going to make this work. Okay, so I'm going to put it back on, but before I do, I am going to spritz a little water on my curls. And then I'm using our Keep It Curly, which I just love. And a hint, it gets a little sticky, so if you have nice rings on, ladies, take them off before you use it. But it rinses off so easily, so I'm just start with like a nickel's worth. And I want to just make my hair not be so frizzy. So I scrunch it and just work it through. I'm not going to get into my bangs, but like right here, I'm a little frizzy. A little water and a little more, keep it there. While I'm playing, you can use this on your dry hair or wet hair, but I like how it just flattens me down a little bit. Sometimes I'll just add a little water to my palms and scrunch. And I want to show you the back, so putting a little more on the back. And I like to get under here too, where it gets frizzy. All of you curly hair girls know what I'm talking about. Okay, so see how that just took me down, calmed my hair a little bit. So let's try my little baby wavy top again. I'm putting it right where I did before, snapping it in place. Do I like the front? Most important. I like to use my fingers again, because if you start brushing, you're going to have frizz again, and that is not what I want. So remember, this little part is me, that's it, but because I smoothed it, I think it's pretty good, and I could even pull it up and clip it. See that? And it makes total sense. But right now, I can even leave it like that if I want. But I like the front, so I'm going to go ahead and clip this back. Remember, here is the two clips. I'm going to snap in. And I'm pulling slightly down because you don't want the piece to feel flippy floppy on your head, or it's not going to feel secure. So let's just play a little bit. I'm wearing Creamy Toffee-R, and even though my hair is darker underneath, the color is great. And I made the mistake, big mistake, but I did. I couldn't get to my hairdresser, so I dyed my own hair with a box, hair color, and I didn't read the golden part of golden blonde, so there was too much red, but it still worked. But once I saw my hairdresser, I had to mention to him, I brought the piece and said, please make sure, bring me back to my color. And so that's what he did. So let's have a look in the back, see how I did. So I think it's pretty good, but I want you to see how these, let me find and show you again. Here is the piece. This is all the piece. Okay, and so can you see how I layered it and made some of the pieces a little shorter? So just so it would look natural, I think. And anyway, I'm doing it for me because this is my piece, but I like how that looks. And so that's basically it. My hair is still long enough that I can make a ponytail, or I can twist it down low and pull it up and put some clips up here. Okay, so anyway, I hope that helps you, and have the courage, don't be afraid, or go to someone, go to an experienced person and have the piece made to match your hair. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.